Hello viewers, today I'll be talking about youngsters, those who study honors, those who study masters. When they study honors, they don't think about their jobs, especially those who study a master's program, plan a bit what they can choose as a profession in their professional life. The best job in Bangladesh, everybody will agree with me, is the qualification for the BCS exams. If you qualify for BCS exams, you can be the king. If you go to America, you can get lot of opportunities, but if you qualify in BCS exams, you can be even in a better position. There are lots of opportunities I have seen. I've been with my uncle, he's also the best friend. He's been all the time, I've been with him for much time. And what I've seen is that I've visited his offices as he's now joint secretary. He just yesterday joined the Rangpur divisional uh, director of family planning. I've seen he's been having the best job. So you students who are just studying honors, those who have finished honors and studying masters, and those who have finished their masters, they should know one thing that's very important. When you pass master's program, your parents are also very much interested in getting you a job, and you're also interested in getting a job. But what I say is that as you have studied for so many years, SSC, HSC, honors, masters, and even you go after MBA program, other double masters programs. But what if you try for 2 years, 3 years, then you can qualify for BCS. So BCS is a kind of another degree. As you study 4 years honors, and then you study 1 year master's program. Similarly, if you have 2 or 3 or 4 years in your hand, and if you try your best to try for the BCS exams, you can qualify. And one thing you should also know, if you are in the last stage of BCS, that is you're going to cross um, uh, the age limit 30, what happens when you tell it to the Viva board that this is the last time you are sitting for the BCS exams, the Viva board may give you a better grade, 100 plus, maybe, yeah. And if your English is very good, if you can speak English well, then the board will be happy with your performance. In Bangladesh, people are not bad in English, but they are very bad in speaking English. So in oral test, if you show your performance, then you can get many more marks in BCS oral test, Viva voce. So far as I know, in our time there were 200 marks. I think there are 200 marks at the same time now. And it's easy. Students think that those who studied at Dhaka University get much uh, better grade in oral test, but it is also true even when you're from a college or a very unimportant institute. Still, if you show your speaking performance, you can get many marks, maybe 180 marks out of 200. It's possible. Even when your answers are good, if your English is bad, you may not get that good grade. So what's more important is your English proficiency. So for those who are planning for BCS, should try for their best, learn about Bangladesh international affairs. They should read newspaper every day, but the most important thing is that they should have speaking English. Even written English is important. But speaking English can give you many more marks because there are 200 marks in oral test in the Viva voce. I have the page, BCS English page in Facebook, and there I have mentioned America is our dreamland. We always try to go and live there, settle there. But what I say is that if America is special, then BCS qualification is much more special. What I say is that coconut, the layer, outer layer, the hard layer of coconut, maybe if you live in America, and the kernel of the coconut maybe when you have qualified for BCS exams. You think that you are not a good student, you cannot get this job. No, it's not true. It's a matter of 2 or 3 or 4 years. If you try, then you can get. There are many bad students, worse students, not so standard students. Still, they do very good in their BCS qualifications because they have been trying hard. They do not go to any job. So if you are into a job and if it keeps you busy all the time, you cannot qualify for BCS. So what is better is to have no job, no problem. If you go to Englishman school, there are 5 days a week. You have even 5 or 6 hours a day, and there you have also an opportunity to improve your speaking English. But if you talk about the administrative job that requires you to stay there from 9 to 5, even longer than that, you cannot qualify for this. It's going to be too difficult for you. So what's my suggestion is that you try to be out of any job. Don't get into a job. If you try hard, you'll get that job BCS. At the same time, one thing more is important. Even when you don't qualify for BCS, the quality that you have gain can also help get much better job very close to the rank of BCS exams. So what I've seen in my uncle's office, the people around him are so busy to make him happy. He has car, he has all the amenities, facilities. There are so much things, so many, I mean, important things there are. So I request you to try for BCS for up to 30 years of age. If you can go for private tuition and can earn some money, but don't go to a job that makes you busy all the time. So Englishman schools may be a right place to work when you're preparing for BCS. And the other thing is that to prepare for BCS, you should be with your friends. If you are 2, 3, 5, or 10 number, then you have tea, you have puffed rice, you enjoy. At the same time, you can practice for BCS, especially the international affairs, Bangladesh affairs. You can practice together, and you can also a little bit practice speaking English so that you do much better in the oral test. So you be careful, try hard, and I hope you can succeed. If you try for more than 1 year, as long as you can go for BCS, you can qualify. And if you are a very bright student, you can qualify for the first time. My uncle, Joint Secretary Mr. Mahbub Alam, he is also qualified in the first place. He was studying honors in Jahangir University. I was there when his psychology test was held. It was held at Dhaka College. I was around. I was staying with him at Jahangir University. So when the date of that exam came, we together came to Dhaka College from Jahangir University. He went inside the BCS exam hall and I was outside, and in that first BCS exams he qualified. So he's been in the BCS Cadre for many years, and he's now joint secretary. So there are so many amenities, so many advantages. What you may think is that this basic salary, the initial salary is not much, but it's not true. A lot of allowances, a lot of facilities are there. You can go abroad. You can have the power. In Bangladesh, you know, people are a little bit scared of the administration, police, army, and stuff. Uh, People need power in this country, and BCS can give you the most power. You can be powerful and you can easily serve the country. The best way to serve the country is to qualify for BCS. So that's it. Thank you very much.